are literally tipping the scale on election. Like if you're suppressing, shadow banning people because you don't like their viewpoints and you're interfering with the reach of that person to be able to talk to constituency,
right?
That's election law that they're literally meddling in. And I actually found out that after the 2020 election, I was questioning Yoel Roth, who was over at Twitter before he was fired, before Elon Musk purchased it and changed it to X. So in 2020, and I actually brought this up to Netflix because I was debating this topic. So on January 6th specifically, President Trump said for people to remain peaceful. I got proof that the Department of Homeland Security under CISO, under a domestic terrorism watch division, was actually engaging in joint state actor relationships with Meta, YouTube, now formerly Twitter, and a few other outlets to suppress the president, specifically calling for there to be peace and not to have happened at January 6th. And so we questioned him. He perjured himself. He lied about it. I had the evidence. I actually had screenshots from a group chat that had taken place. And he did not ever think that that would probably resurface years later, but they were actually communicating on a private cloud server. And it was a big deal. And the fact is that you do have people in government. Many of them are not elected officials, but these bureaucrats that have been there for X amount of time, and they're behind the scenes doing and operating in a way that's unbecoming of any government official, but I would argue too are responsible for American civil liberties being violated. And so this can get into a bigger conversation on FISA reform and all of that. But it's a problem. And so you see the corruption, you see how they tip the scales, you see how the social media companies up until President Trump won, really until he got shot, because he got shot in the face, grazed his ear, but literally the guy would have killed him if Trump didn't move his head. It wasn't until that point that these social media companies were like, wow, this is actually a problem, and then completely pulled back and then got behind the president.
Yeah, that's a problem when they can do this throttling stuff and the shadow banning stuff, because
it was a thing.
They don't have to warn you. They don't have to actually say, hey, you violated this rule. It can just be some subjective behind the scenes thing. It's happened to me before. I've talked to people at YouTube about it. There's a whole layer above their head, above the moderators' heads, when they see like, hey, we're looking at a video. There's nothing wrong with it. You violated no rules. We're looking at the transcripts. There's no words in there that are pulling up any flags. But for some reason, your video is not searchable. So this means this is above my head. This is the floor above me.
Yeah, shadow bans information.
Yeah, that's a huge problem. And I get why you would threaten them with the Section 230 stuff over that stuff. That makes total sense.
Well, it's literally election interference. We have proof that they did it. And it's dangerous because if it's happened once, it's going to happen again.